Well, hello YouTube, here I am again, testing out a theory and a Revolutionary War experiment on what they basically call fascine armor. It's a makeshift armor that was used during the American Revolution, where they would just take and wrap sticks up into basically circular bundles called fascines. And I first saw this represented as armor back in 2001 when I visited the Lake Champlain Maritime Museum in the gunboat Philadelphia, the replica gunboat Philadelphia they have, where they had it hanging from around the inside of the, basically the canopy over the top of where it would protect the gun crews. And it would not be something sufficient enough to stop, say, like grape shot or cannonball. But instead it was pretty much used for, because Benedict Arnold built all the gunboats along the shorelines of Lake Champlain, and that's where the gunboats all operated. And where the problem was going to be was taking small arms fire and taking musket fire from the shoreline, mostly due to the Mohawk and any natives allied to the British. So, you know, and you see the pictures I have here, you know, along this. You see what it's basically bundles of hardwood or wooden sticks cut together, wrapped up, and just basically suspended. Well, that's what I'm going to try today. I'm using the my Kibler Colonial long rifle. Even though it's a smoothbore, it's still considered what they call a smooth rifle. 58 caliber, 5.62 round ball. 60 grains of 3F Swiss powder. And if you look out about 25 yards or so is Clive, my redcoat target, and a bundle of wooden sticks that I put together, a fascine that's all wrapped together with jute cordage and suspended, and he's about 3 to 5 yards behind that target. And I'm going to be aiming pretty much dead center, right about there, that middle section of those sticks, with the Kibler at 25 yards. And I want to see one, hopefully I can hit it square, but I want to see one, if it penetrates and goes through, or if it just deflects, or what it does, to give an idea of what this would have been like during those days. And I'm going to try to see if I can hit it with one shot and see what happens, just to see if I can test that and to see if it was something that would have worked in those days. You know, say the normal, you know, trade gun that a lot of the natives would use. They use all variety of things, but, you know, the 60 calibers, the 62s, you know, but even just to say, see what it would do against that. And I figure, because if it can, say like this 5.62 can go through it, there's no point in testing like a 690 round ball, because the 5.62 round ball can go through it. A 690 will just eat it alive. So let's see what happens when I try this out. Again, it's going to be at 25 yards, and let's see what comes out of this test. Okay, YouTube, the first shot just appeared to have glanced the very top of the fascine. So I've repaired it, repositioned it, so it's I've got a good bulk of the wood there. The first shot did glance, it did hit the target. So I'm going to try a second shot, see if I can get a little more centered the way I want it, and see what happens, and see if I can hit a little more square on and see what I can get for results. Okay, YouTube, I'm going to try to give it one more attempt. See if I can hit, because the second one also went through. See if I can get that meatier part of the middle. See if I can get that. I'm going to try one more time to see if I can hit it square. Well, there you have it, YouTube. It appears the fascine armor doesn't stop much of anything. You can see some very nice chewed holes right through that wood, where the round ball, you know, just didn't really slow it down much. See a couple of smaller holes down there at the bottom between a couple of these other two. And of course the pieces that were broken, you know, you can see they hit, just went right through them. Didn't even seem to slow it down some. There's the target. As you can see, 3 holes, clean, you know, clean target, clean holes right through them. I looked behind the target to see if there was any round balls that seemed to slow down or expended the energy. I didn't find any of them. So they kept right on going. And so, I mean, it's more than obvious that wooden fascine armor may have looked like it may have done something in the day, but maybe that's why it wasn't widely used, because probably first-hand results told them all the same thing. Once it starts taking fire, it may be just good. It probably the only thing it was really good for was concealment. Maybe to conceal the crews better than anything else. But as far as actual cover, definitely not, as you can see. It just seemed to, it did a pretty good job of chewing those pieces of wood up very, very efficiently. Breaking them, chewing them up, going right through, as you can see, like right there. These two especially, right here. You know, and the third one, and just you can see where it moved. If you look right there, you can see the hole where it moved them right out of the way as it went through, and broke right through them. Didn't even stop. And this is hardwood. It's been, you know, it's been out in the woods for a while. It's fairly solid. It's not green, so it's pretty rigid. I tried breaking every one of these barehanded and just banging them on things, and none of them would break when I tested them. So they still had some pretty good strength left to them before I did this. So with that being said, YouTube, fascine armor, when they used to use it, makeshift armor, really wasn't much good for a lot. And I'll try to think of something else to test and work on from there.